Every second that the society they make headline and they issue them, can up now we aid. Even for clear them, can skanga.
In Sierra Leone, a new drug is turning young people into zombies.
So it's important for broke down the issue today, for let the public understand.
Now that's make we dey bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interviews on the big issues.
Sierra Leone authorities said Monday that 20 people were killed and nearly 2,000 prisoners escaped during Sunday's attack on the capital.
To sport.
What a fairy tale story here. There they are, the champions of Africa.
And entertainment and simple tourism with plenty other issues.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride through the day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
Every weekday on Slick Television, channel 37 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tune in and stay informed like never before.
The Today Show, only on Slick Television.
How you did it go like? I mean, how is your Friday going? You don't go pray? You know, there's this part by the 10th commandment we say, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. You don't go pray today? However, your day. I welcome you to today's show here on Slick Television and channel 37. You can also join us on Facebook at Slick TV, website at slicktv.com, and follow us on all our social media handles. I am Rabiatu Mansai. Of course, it's Friday and we're taking it down the hill. Waiting to happen from Monday till date. Waiting to make waves. Waiting journalists them, the lens. Not all say fine for it, take somebody inside it. But waiting the lens, the journalistic lens. Waiting to get for say about all the top stories from a neutral angle altogether. We're here for you on Fridays. But we quote for today. What do you read? It's a Friday is a day to finish your goals for the week. It's a day to celebrate what you set out to accomplish. If I will go school now, so if I will not say, I beg, why not for relax, because tomorrow is Saturday and weekend. Get for member say get for start again Monday. No one for go school. Or I for put on Saturday for go enjoy. I know one call that way they can call some Fridays some people, but they know what I'm talking about. However, it's Friday and it's review of the week within Make Waves. See you after the break.
Team happening. Cancel. Not to you calling me, let me bomb you.
So say na you boss standing. What you do it for? Undress me.
Okay, you all bite. Somebody put a 150. The bite condition, you want to see the baby in pants.
So who that you go listen to? You mama or you best buddy? Love. Marriage.
And this is the surprise. You know you always left you in the house. You feel say you still about your love.
Cheating.
Listen to me, Idris. Listen to me. I'm at your office right now. And you're not in an office. You tell me say you don't go meeting. Rather than woman you dey sign to carry.
Romance. And love.
This is the mistake. Next time, clean it up.
I don't want to let you connect to the man.
Man them. This na boys. Usaiman and they put all thing at table from Pantap to go down. Inside boys, we know they hide behind the shadow at all. We real and this them now all but we.
Every woman first, let me start that, always they look for a successful man. So likewise, majority of the men also they look for successful woman.
We they can't talk about we hustle and we they fair money.
When you like somebody, you first of all get for take care of whatever you like. Make them a priority.
We relationship and waiting people they expect from we man them.
You know, women are more emotional than men. If you start them,
where you enjoy am, you go dey come. This not a side where we just dey can talk. This na brotherhood. Na side for let you see and feel wetin e really mean for B-boy pikin.
Sex is intimacy.
This na boys. So come na the bar, grab a chair, buy a drink, let we talk, chill and vibe. Cause this na boys who side with a shake the table.
Welcome back. We'll take you down the hill, and for that with me I get Bobo Dan Kamara, a journalist, and Ishmael Saidu Kano. Bobo, welcome, sir.
Yes, Madam Rabia, it's a pleasure having me.
All right, you're welcome home.
Thank
so,
you.
quick one. You get to pick where they go to school Monday?
No, I'm not going to pick with the good school, but I get relative.
You guys supposed to go to school on Monday, right?
Yeah.
So, it's not news. We don't see, say, SLTU, Salon Teachers Union, say Monday. With government, don't say school for open when at the 8th. Then don't say, well, because government not fulfill one or two things them way for do, they are staying home. Then they sit down. It's like they want to enjoy the holiday. But it's look like not so in their favor, however, in sense, because they put out things that they say they need, amongst many other obvious things, then subsidy and all. But before we see this press release, this organization in advocacy for the voiceless Salon, then have put out the same, aside and say, in fact, then the advocates, aside government education being flagship program, at least, go finally it fail. And the executive director, when Ambassador Mohammed Lamin Sharif, in fact, in the plea to government, for me, they increase teacher their salary because aside the fact that they're going to class school, they get a normal life. But look, quickly join the ambassador. I mean, what he say, he made one or two sensible points, and me guess them who can help us talk about it.
But there is no monetary system because when once you say free quality, my brother, you therefore take some measures that only go with the free quality. But if there is no monetary system, just like I just said, there is no subsidies for the teachers. How the education should be free? It's not free. Because you expect the teachers them, for me, they live with their family, the little resources that what did they get at the schools? So this is the problem. So the free quality education, in all what it, as a civil society activist in this country, the way we look at them, in all what it. To be honest, any civil society where they talk for say the free quality education or water, it just they talk because of mediocrity or whatever, bureaucracy. Yeah, that is the way they put up. Maybe something connected one way or the other. You know what? Talk the truth. But we as advocacy for the voiceless rural union, the executive director, the president's initiative very good. Now they can tell them for me to look into this situation so that these 2 years plus we don't left for them. Maybe it's called the goal of the free quality education we come with. But if you get information for say everything is going well, it's not going well, Mr. President. The free quality education is not going well for the teacher, especially the teachers. Yes, it's not going well. So for me, it not scored the goal how we expect as rural union in this country, the free quality education.
from Ambassador Shey. Well, let's start with you, Dan. How much you agree or disagree with what the ambassador put out there?
Well, firstly, I want to commend the ambassador because I think they will issue press release sometime last week.
Yes.
I'll be there. Peak will be analyzed and small. Say it's high time the teachers union come out and put out their position instead of CSO for go and do that. And, it happen now say the teacher union don't come out, don't state some of the challenges they already face, including the subsidy. I will not say it almost impossible for a school run without subsidy, especially under this free quality education where government do everything. There are some parts where I go partially agree with and some side where I no totally agree with. One for say the free quality education don't fail also. Then they go out for care because anything it gets an advantage and disadvantage, right? Looking at the enrollment of picking in a school, we don't see massive improvements in Dundee. And even the girl child in our school, then performance, etc., and the transition will take place. I hope we understand. So the issue of subsidies and the teachers' welfare, now another concern than the way, if at all we get the free quality education at heart, then we also value the welfare of the teachers then, because government don't put boku money per education business, and the drivers of the education business are the teachers. So if we're able to make the work sexier for the teachers, them go embrace the work and do out passion and love, because some of the work is not about the money, right? Because most of them, the provinces, most of them teachers, them you see some they left the work, go on a mining site, right? Then kick out issue, and another side where we point out is the teachers them where them pull from the payroll, right? We don't say them they get PIN code, but then they get for pull them on the payroll. The issues them boku actually, but we even get some teachers we, honestly speaking, then teachers they didn't have payroll, they get the money, but they are not in the classroom, right? They are not in the classroom. So how we go able to fish them out? We got some teachers that volunteer, they volunteer. Na table, na transport, they give them. Right? And then are very committed. So if process come for try for fish out some of them teachers there, where they corrupt, but because of corruption and they take money for service where they deliver. So if they try for fish them out, I don't think say any bad thing and right. Waiting, I believe say government and the teachers union for do now, if at all. Me na a legitimate teacher are committed at the teaching at my school, and a rather unfortunate say my name they don't come pull am from the payroll, then I can take my case to the teachers union. They can launch an investigation, come to the school and see how best, if at all I be the teach or not the teach. By then they can put me back into the system. But the general idea, it's good for fish out teachers them where they in our school, they know they teach, let them make provision for the one that they volunteer.
All right, let me bring Ishmael into this. Amongst many that seen them, where Ambassador mentioned there, that the monitoring. Now, imagine the last time we had from the Teaching Service Commission, Hectoria, she sat there. She said when they go into the verification process in the first place, then now because World Bank fund them based on allegations about teachers where they tamper out speaking there, that was the reason they took this step where they take so we lead out to these 4,000 teachers where they suspend. Now, he mentioned monitoring. You think so the ministry, because every host, Papa de for guide people, you understand, they picking them. You think so the ministry they do much in terms of monitoring this entire process for ensure say, well, at least score partially fine percentage in dealing with this whole education thing so far?
For me, I think say good afternoon. I think say plenty things that we do in the education sector overall, first of all, now for the camera. But with the reality now they go on, it can be so different because talking about monitoring, almost monitors they get in the country, school monitors. How many? Check them. They don't ever come and tell you say now this number we get, or they don't ever present them, say now then keep wearing school monitors. How many they get? Because as far as me concerned, me not see them. Because of course, myself, me get me picking where they go school. And no one day gets information say and go monitor them school. Whether they for be sacrosanct, for be compulsory for monitor schools, get reports. But everybody, of course, maybe you want to please your boss or you want to please the president. So you go just go make wishy-washy and then count and say, we've done this. But the system, the educational system, is really rusty. Extremely rusty. Because if you then tell us so school for open, you get any kind of problem there so. It just sum up everything. By then tell us so, for the parent teacher they strike, teacher then they threaten say they go teach, school not go open. It's not need to tell on the beginning psychologically. It's very bad for his educational system. It's very, very bad.
Now that you bring that up about teacher and the strike, I know you focus on the beginning and psychological I don't feel altogether. They had a chance. When you go through even the report where Cal Pulnado, two things they mentioned, subsidy no go for about 2 or 3 years, about so many times. They had a chance, mind you, the holiday, na 1 month plus they get. They had a chance to have taken this action long before now. They had to wait for the watch nets. Now look at the action also of SLTU. You think they can write them?
Well, of course, if they want for demand for something, now then say also government can listen them. So they're very logical. If they do them like 2 or 3 months ago, maybe then voice not for be hard. But do them at this crucial period, government self not for don't sit down there or ask they wait for let strike action take place. This is not thing where for don't nip in the
So for you, now government gets the 100% blame.
Saves 9. Excuse me.
I say for you, now government get the 100% blame.
No, I'm not blaming anyone here. I just say governments for don't make sure say they nip this na the board as quickly. This is now old age something. Since we go school or since we born, or there is a teacher they strike, lecturer then they strike. Why we not able to move from this for the past 20, 30 years? Why the same problem then still they raise their ugly head up? Sierra Leone, we for don't move past strike now. Of course, strike they happen all over the world, but this level, if we don't move past now, because then so they really hinder the education sector, because that's the context for now. Because if I talk about all the other sector there, all side and bog na the country, but the education sector, now still enough for play with. Because next generation depend on education. The other generation...
And 20% of our budget is being allocated already to education.
Yes. So it was the flagship program of President Bio in first 5 years. And I expect to see things for don't happen, for move to another level. Teachers them welfare, teachers them salary, for don't go up. Even though the last 5 years, because I became one of my friends, I say almost in the ad, they say, well, I want to get them something they add, they say they don't increase the salary. So just go make publicity, we don't increase 15%, we don't increase it. But we go look the actual money that they pay. It's really, really terrible and appalling.
All right. Why should they come to the salary? Quick one, Dan. The action of SLTU, you think it's timely or maybe you get something different?
Well, look in the interest of the Kingdom, right? It's not timely for let them do this at this point in time. Though you go look at another angle. Probably they don't get series of engagements with the ministry and the relevant stakeholders them for see how best they go amicably resolve this issue. But to keep on the same thing they happening, nothing, no positive feedback. Don't even today, interestingly, there was a fake press release from Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education.
They don't amend the issue. Yes, we.
So vehemently then say the press release na fake. I hope you understand. Which means we'll not still get headweights for know whether this proposed strike action go take place.
Yes,
or then get any way for see how best then go resolve it, because we'll get just the weekend for the school reopen. Yes. Right? We'll look at the psychological effect we go get on the picking them, even the teachers them. Because SLTU they propose say about 1,000 so legitimate teachers them they strip them off their PIN code. Yes. Yeah. So waiting at the actual result go result to that day. So may I say and say if we be fine, this thing all if they don't get engagement earlier on, then come to the public say, well, we don't try to engage the relevant stakeholders them on this particular issue, but up till now, we will not get a headway. So and so time, we will get a propose, we will get a strike action. So I believe say by that, the government will not sit down and say, we don't want this. Because don't forget about the political blame also. Look at the psychological effect we will get on the picking there. Right? Then they don't pass for go new class, they don't buy a new shoe, new this. If they're ready now for go, yes, all of a sudden, it can't sit down house without we don't know when or how this thing will be resolved. And education business, we don't pour beaucoup money for education business. And if you picking stuff what you get, if you pour money, you know they monitor them, that money that they go in vain, right? The same thing but we agriculture. We don't spend massive money for the agriculture, but the monitoring system will get problem with that. So this are not things saying only in the education aspect, but now systemic issue, now issue with the in the blood of we. That monitoring, we get for the work on them. And if you want to go, monitoring not for joke with them. You send post, you get a task for do, and just say you do it in time. Subsidy business, not so because you get some teachers them, they're not there on payroll. Now table, you have transport, so you don't try. You say buy this. You have transport. So now they will pinch pay, they have 15 and they do run the affairs of the school, etc. etc. So me no go the issue of the teachers the way them pull out, me no go 100% saying a wrong action, because if like I say, you're not a legitimate teacher, you know say you be the teach, you know say you're active, then you can liaise with your principal, una put that case there across. But if at all you know say you not be the teach, there is nothing no good about that, because you know go
So this is another funny thing so far. When we did the car launch the reports, another shocking thing will happen for even the president of SLTU, and it happened for be the people them way they actually fall under this suspended people them way government suspend, way TSC suspend so.
Well, one thing about law, the law they above everybody. So if they put law, you fall short of her, regardless your position, the law for taking cause. So if you in the capacity where they pay for, they perform, or they do the task where they collect pay for, then they get right for be part of the people where they strip off. If you get a contract review, you can go say, well, now this, they register to the effect, say, yes, I will do my work, I will be present, me not to ghost worker, etc., etc.
All right, so what you talk about, right? Let's just get this quickly. Mumu don't talk. The popular slogan at the Blue Center outside former Vice President Chief Samuel Samsuman on Wednesday afternoon broke in years of loud silence. He confirmed to the public say in membership na the APC party done there since birth. Also talk say in a two picking of the APC, son of the soul, the Kaden Kintoka, Mamebaka Kamara bin Dede, and now send for us this report.
Chief Sam Sumana, in his stance of proving his rooted party origin and status in the APC, said that the country's 1991 constitution has not disqualified him from being a member of the party. Therefore, no other documents should.
The Constitution of Sierra Leone makes it abundantly clear that there is no other document that should supersede the Constitution of Sierra Leone according to Article 171, subsection 15 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone. No political party should have the right or the temerity to have a constitution that will supersede the national constitution of Sierra Leone. I am second generation APC. I was born APC and I will leave APC. And I shall die APC.
The Sam 28 movement, which is his campaign bid for the 2028 election through the APC, has in recent past months sparked public debates premised on the time of his officially documented return and the party's 2022 5 years eligibility criterion. Chief Sam Sumana said he will not fight against the APC for sacking and expelling him, but will rather fight for political justice.
To all those skeptics out there who have been assuming that Sam Sumana is in APC, a just scam, I have my birth certificate, which is Nada Oriano Wawe Lagaso, will make me APC. Not your small card making me APC. I shall say no. I say no to anyone who shall stand in my way to say, you know, to me. I not left APC. Now, they been drep me. They kicked me out of my father's house. They kicked me out of Usami Nebu plant. Not to be from party, C4C. Now other people then former. And then my people of Konoland decided that you have to come and lead your party. Because the C4C was the resurrection of the Kono Progressive Movement from Tabasongo Brewa. And we did what we did.
He promised to support and bring back the APC to power, even if he loses the next leadership aimed at winning State House in 2028. Here at this press conference, the businessman and politician spoke with calm emotions to especially local journalists that have long sought clarifications about his status and next steps within the APC.
This is the time for the APC to nationalize the party, that it cannot be some people's party, it has to be all people's party. For those people that created the rift between me and my superior, Ernest Bai Koroma, I say to you, would have failed, we had resolved that. And in the videos and other instances, we have put that behind us to move forward. Me and President Koroma, not to nobody in business who don't come together. In 2020, I received a letter of reinstatement into the party. I was denied not to contest the 2023 election. They say I don't qualify. They allowed another Sierra Leonean, the name of Paul Almami Bangura, aka Paul Pajero, to contest. And why was I disqualified? They said I belong to another party for the elections in 2023. And that was to say, because I was reinstated in 2020, does not make the 5-year clause that they had inputted in the Constitution.
Mohamed Bake Kamara, Slick TV News, Freetown.
The prodigal son returns. Ishmael, if I don't talk him, he went for a very long time. This happened for be a major comeback. He goes silent and wake up. See, they say, Momu don't talk. And boom, he gives so many punchlines. Yeah. But what one or two things where you pick it quickly? Let's start from there.
Yeah, so firstly, for me, internal wrangling in a party, not really common. It can always happen. And some sumana, maybe something I had not for crack, so they know how they contest. Me, let them just get level playing field. So everybody, let them go contest.
Okay.
And they all know say that Monday, not to like stranger. And instead of they get back. We all know it happened 2015, 2016. Yes. We then go to courts and pull them.
Make it clear, quick one, let's just step in. It say not to also the APC Kego, na the government of Sierra Leone, na Kego na court at that time.
Yeah, of course, because na been the president and and the government of Sierra Leone, also APC. So for me, na be a very wrong move. I can talk out rightly. Na be a very wrong move. That's where them do so being really undone.
You mean when them sack Sam?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yes.
It be really undone. And of course, later we see the old man go big demand and say we get So if the man come, say one can continue, one can contest, why they make the constitution for let the man not contest? It's as if the man had not to crack and the man maybe go overtake everything and be the flag bearer. And of course, we all know say they don't say they challenge them, you're gonna PPRC, you're gonna court, all them particular thing and they're not good. Now SLPP don't they prepare themselves back, for continuing our governance. APC, they perfect. This time now, they hold all for come together and push their agenda, just like how SLPP said they do. In fact, I give all the political parties and say they push. See, but the kind of way things they go, it really not nice for them particularly.
As a party.
As a party. And the man say very interesting, say that they get me. Say don't come back here unless don't settle.
Yes.
The one always scatter them, waiting a lie and lie. So it's very interesting while listening. I think I be the follow, but I not be able to listen everything. But while listening, I laugh. I say politicians, I just say politicians.
So then, what you pick from that?
Try to understand when it comes to politics is the constitution is supreme. right? How me and you they think, and how the other man they think, now two different things. We they say now say, well, make a 11 playing ground, let everybody come on board. The constitution will say let person not come on board, because if it opens so, let's say for presidential candidate we'll get past 1,000 people there. So the constitution make it clear. For you for contest for the flag bearership race, you for don't day at the party for 5 years. And during that 5 years, they for be a paid up member. Right? So the issue where they try for site is 2020. And Justice Fisher be don't get ruling. During that time, they say any action where the party be do as at that time, they for consider null and void, because that executive day, they not be vote for them. I hope you understand.
Yes.
So officially, they embrace and welcome Sam Sumana into the party in 2023. That the delegate conference. Now during that time, they come. So if we check from that 2023 day to 2026, definitely they below 5 years.
5 years.
So the party can say, well, is a stakeholder, is a member of NAC, no get a chance, they can contest. But how about other people then? They can go court and get right and win the party in a court, because then they automatically don't go against the dictates of the constitution. So it's my issue where them belong the problem. If I don't cite them long since say this 5 years it's too much. Why only count until 3 years or 2 years?
Thankfully, when you said that, said this 5 years too much. CDC, the 1991 constitution, there also 1996 constitution, the APC one, it say it was 10 years, not actually 5. Now when they talk 10 and then put and down to 5 years, but it was 10 years for be a paid up member for 10 years. Not
so you see, then they all now for waiting. Let we try for scrutinize we future leaders. They become under the Como. APC, SLPP, they flag bearer would go up and down. So definitely one of them are going for being next president. So if the party would do the country a favor for scrutinize some of them politicians there, no get mediocre as presidents who all candidates for a particular period of time.
Dan, if the Constitution, Section 21, is saying you, as long as you're a citizen, you're eligible. In fact, for the presidency, for they're around 40 or 41 years or so, if you belong to a political party. So I'm sure he's referencing this constitution, and he talk and say, no party constitution, no big party country in constitution. Don't take practical example. For example, you don't have host, papa de mama de you want for come out. Maybe you don't tell mama. We look at mama make style by you, but then you go to papa allow you, then you go. All of these things. So he's saying, if the constitution give me this sole power, so then only they can say because of XYZ reason, they hold me. So you say the tie there.
Yeah, well, the constitution they try for tell say, you know, go pinpoint somebody specifically where the part of the party say this individual no for contest or something like that. But this now. They generalize all in the issue of scrutinize internally, and even the APC don't pull out the guidance, the rules there. Yes. I hope you understand. Then benchmark the way they flag bearer them for me for waiting and call for lead the party, because like I see the party and Sam Sumana them when they make constitution they make it overnight. It get process. Right? Krango PPRC, Krango, so watch outside for make amendments before they enact them. Right? So if it can happen now, say a certain faction of the party at this 11th hour, they push now say therefore allow Sam Sumana for lay a contest, which means therefore try force for amend the constitution. That one they say, well, instead of this 5 year, no scrapper. Anybody can be part, or anybody can take up the leadership of the party. For example, now I can get my membership card today. Tomorrow, myself I drag, I get me 100 million. I go pay, say myself na flag bearer, begin the rant around the place.
All right.
You see?
Okay. So quick one. Ishmael, sorry there. Now they say trust not the only permanent thing, and you deal with somebody, then the person left you, it goes somewhere. Then the person won't come. If not, you yourself. Well, you become skeptical.
You mentioned prodigal son, we come back there, accept some wholeheartedly. So for me, for a very long time, Sam Sumana don't be not to be just funny person, I'll be the vice president.
Vice President.
From 2007 to 15. He was the vice president for 8 years. Not to fake person. Not to like somebody just come out from the blue, he come and say, I want to be flag bearer. So with all in consideration indeed, with the consideration as well, say, this man no go bigger, we don't count him back. This man no go take ECOWAS court. You know, he gets success. The party, now people make the constitution. As Dan they say, they go back and go to delegate, go to Congress and amend them. And give everybody level playing field. Of course, I know the law is the law, as it is now. But soon I can go and do the needful. When I get the platform called extraordinary, this called whatever. Me know what they watch in the constitution. But it must get a particular platform where they can go. He do that thing. They make sure say I'm not saying they do it for one person. But of course, certain laws they make people favor you. I know favor you. So if you go and make an a lot of people in the way will benefit. And as I say, now be vice president of Sierra Leone. And of course, we all follow the politics. 2006, 7 prior to the election, 2007 election, we APC came into we kind of power. We see, in fact, the contribution we Sam Sumana make to the party financially. You know, so APC said for be grateful. Make sure say give level playing field.
Then they say, not forget to give water for the UK be thirsty.
Everybody go contest. Who are the strongest? You get the tickets.
Well, but I don't think so than they think anyways.
No, well, interestingly, just like what they brought so say like let them go the next delegate conference try for waiting. By the end of the next delegate conference, the party could already get in flag bearer.
No, and they talk say they must get platform. If not to done, they must get.
So then we get time for that.
Like so, football person.
The only issue is
if now SLF government they get extraordinary congress, apart from the ordinary one, like one way on a particular something, we go able to make sure say they work on that before they get the one.
No, you get to look at the timing again. Time not seem get for them in favor.
No, I just suggest say na so it will be. I just give me opinion on the matter.
Well, the political atmosphere as at now, we see all other one for leading the party. Both APC and SLPP. Now let's say some the campaign, some na shadow campaigning because of the position where they hold. They're not kind of active campaign. They do a corner.
So now they're gonna mark it.
So by the next delegate conference, the goal now for go and get the next flag bearer. So some of the issues there, now thing where during when they write the constitution or when they review am, not to one day normally they can't say we can write the constitution, they adopt am. It is na process. They therefore submit am to PPRC. PPRC back for what if it dey in line with the constitution of the land.
The constitution is already there. You just go watch that thing close.
No, now them no say yeah, men go pick am say oh this 5 year it dey against wetin the constitution dey try for talk. All said and done, it just happen now see. The time when Sam Sumana come, as for meet up the 2028 flag bearership race, he not will be eligible. Yes. So now the bone of contention all that now.
You ready for challenge anybody so far?
So the law will take in cause. The party get a legal team. The party get in constitution. So I believe say the law will take in cause.
It's quick one. He mentioned something where it gets mixed feeling now. That's also I talk say not to inform C4C. That look not they go done well now. Some people them yes right now they get different interpretation altogether. But what we want for Grab Naya is if not to inform her, then it's in a call and column. Yet he led the party for the presidency. So I mean, what know your interpretation altogether?
Well, of course, everybody from the look of things, from waiting be happen, everybody they go with the notion saying as I'm someone from C4C. So this is news to me. Now news to me, honestly. If he says so, of course, document and for proof say no to him. And if he say you go representing, I agree with it and say, of course, if no people and call you, you get for go and adhere to them call. But if you say not to inform the party, well, I don't know because I don't see any documents where you say we are the contrary. You understand? But for now, everybody be they say, hey, Sam Sumana inform this. Now be here say. So if you don't can clarify and say not to inform, of course we'll go with what he say. But of course you have to also watch a document, you have to investigate whether I inform or not to inform.
I'm still talking about the mixed feelings.
Yeah, Before I answer your question, one thing we make APC SLPP stand out is, according to the word of senior politician IB Kagbo and seasoned journalist also, he say APC SLPP is an institution. In a sense, is people they come, they go, but the party they stay. Right? People they don't come, Mr. Magai don't do it, Tijankaba don't do it, Madabi don't do it, other people they go for the doing. Same to the APC.
Yes.
Sheikha Stephen, etc. The all man don't do it, now they look for a new page. But some of them new parties that they emerge, they just centered around a single person. So once that person they left, that party they over, whether na informer or not to informer. Because if not to inform party, you go, you don't play a role, you try. The party will get some seats in parliament. You don't try. The party for able pick up from here now and continue. But as we go logically say C4C is dead.
Well, for me, I think say now because they formed them 50 or 60 years ago. Because those if we don't get other parties, then we then form them 10 and they say for don't get base.
So if it is an issue, what are the fates of C4C? What are the fates of C4C now? Mind you, they no longer get seats again at parliament compared to before.
Other parties
so what are the fates of C4C if in don't say no to informer?
Because
you don't die.
From C4C.
Well, you don't die completely because
I get your own context.
Okay.
Maybe you get your own context. Maybe why you say die? C4C, you everybody for us. I know say them big office now.
So that's the issue.
Now Edward Lenianda, I know see office again.
It was built around Sam Sumana. So when go the party don't.
Yes.
Same to NGC.
So
I hope you understand.
So now the problem now the KKY be the NGC, Sam Sumana be the C4C. KKY don't go back na party.
Back to my roots.
Sam Sumana don't go back na party. They don't left the party there. We give them some kind of flyer as well. Even though Sam Sumana was the vice president. But like KKY, we left, you go, they get seats. Sam Sumana, we left, you go, then we get seats. I think we get 8 seats.
It shows how strong them they come up,
No, what thing can happen? Now them be like Sam Sumana, na come out. So all the Kono people, of course, they do protest votes. Say the MP, I think one be they do na APC. All the
yes,
eight na BC4C.
Yeah.
The same for KKY na Cambia.
Yes.
Now you strong old land. So
Including.
of course the protest votes say them this they forget all the seats them. So basically now the individual as Dan say.
Alright, now we talk about seats. Like you gonna carry down quick. We want to talk about Wiyenga, obviously. So we're going to have seats now.
Okay.
Down there, yes. We see 12-man delegation from ECOWAS, and I just explain them. Reason being, the 3 gunshots with Guineans and say it's a mistake there. And the same will be inside May. But that is not the case. Look at now the way we're handling it, the too much formal, diplomatic way. As a country, gentlemen, you think say enough or if we don't go past this by now, or maybe other ways we should be solving this whole issue?
Yeah, for me, I think say the correct way than diplomatically. Watch around the world. Let's see how countries affect for border or land. Ukraine and Russia affect for land. Palestine and Israel affect for land. Come na Africa, the Bakassi Peninsula, Cameroon and Nigeria, they were fighting for same. We know born good picking. So you don't expect Sierra Leone for be radical, even if now we get the land for be radical. And at the end of the day, it will cause serious mayhem. People will die, property will well, and the diplomatic relation between the two countries, would dwindle. So, being that one Nandi, and of course, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ivory Coast, we all in the Man River Union. So, of course, their structures and they already help for massage. Even if we get some kind bad thing for bringing up, but then structures and they for massage and thing and they make sure see people calm down and settle this thing diplomatically. So I believe say that's the right way for make sure say we're able to work towards waiting for do legally so that if now we get the land, we take up. Well, I don't get knowledge if we don't go ICJ, International Court of Justice, for there we able for put the case across, bring out, we document them, say now we get this land, or bring out the historical facts, say now we get that particular place there. Because since time immemorial, Yenga, Now that get younger. Because we go there, you get Sierra Leoneans and they get Guineans and they
Mixed currencies.
Yes, and they use Leons, and they use franc, and they use other medium and like deplorable.
Okay.
For people in other places. So me, I just want the government step up. If they mass two step, let them go 7, let them try for resolve this issue because ECOWAS people then go there, they block them, and of course ECOWAS forget that voice. Whenever ever they go, they forget them that kind of relevance, you know. But so they go, they block them, shots fired. That's also done, you know. And the Guineans say a mistake. So I go make
similar
mistake.
to that one inside May 210 inside 1 year.
I go to make mistake completely. So
yes.
The president them need for come together. They need for sit down because Mamadi be there last year, right? He been there, and I believe say them talk around anything and this. So let them try resolve.
Before we can look at 1 or 2 findings, I don't know what Dan gets for saying that light.
Yeah, well, the younger issue, I believe, say if you don't reach to TD, we leaders they don't fail over the years. Reason being is we understand. We get we 11-year bloody one at Salone. We see the role we Guinea play for make we conquer, right? Okay, the war done. The late President Kaba for don't make sure see at that time you can't fight the war done. Go back, let the people then get the land. You see, from yonder, then try sign some treaties them. Say an in time and SFing by can sign. If they will sign demilitarization na yenga, we simply mean say both forces not for fire gun shot day. So that on a bridge of footy they don't sign. Where action for be taken. And just the first question we ask, we can't per land issue be it national or international. Land issue not to play issue. I hope you understand. And me 100% I support the diplomatic approach where the government they do so. But if dialogue we see say they bring the fruits we want, then we can take them up to International Court of Justice, right? When I get International Court of Justice, they get international lawyers. Then we get local lawyers. They say okay, perform at the international stage. Then you can take them up there. Let Guinea can we come? We go put to case them across, and from there they go give a verdict. Now the two person we get the land.
All right.
Historically, you look at the map, you see Yenga inside Salone. Then self-aware of the fact that Yenga inside Salone. They just want to capitalize whether they don't make a public see. The airport weapon, it's a payback.
Like better system.
Definitely.
So we do not
we the continue. Yeah.
Yes. So
people that they face some challenges, then the like of the harassment, etc.,
yes. So quick one.
But when you look back, the infrastructural development already take place now the Guinean part of the border, right? In terms of hospital, most of people now decided they go for get better health facility. So government for investing and back the Guinean counterpart no see the place will cherish and will value citizens and will
So yes, so quick one. We projected a video about the Foreign Affairs Minister Usai about last year, and that's where Salombi get the presidency for United Nations Security Council. Usai himself talk about what did they do for Yenga. That is why Ishmael talk about say the 7 step for level up now. That's why I asked in general that question. So this is the thing. Amongst many other things we'll find out they happen at that place. They are building the battalion there. The borderline, like them put a structure, usai then say, okay, now the cost this, for example, then can build new Sun City and then daytime day 2023. The light, according to the chief Tamba Nyuma where the lights where government or Salone give them, the Guineans then pull and they then give them 6 lights, then street lights them, then give them 6. The Guineans then take the 5, they left the 1 for them. You understand all of these things where they happen at the place. They then added to it. When this incident happened in May, the first one we happened inside May, when they shot again that 3 bullets, calling it a mistake. Some people are waiting they get for depend on the neighboring communities for good day. Now government of Salone give them rest about how many waiting bag of rest we go day. Now the situation of those people. Will was there, we asked, like, give me the current status of them people there. So it don't go beyond now. Because now where the water don't pass, Gary, now government of Salone don't sort the load. It's been over 4 months, about 4 months where support they go. What are the latest of the situation of things where they happen there? That is why I started by asking if we actually they man up the situation as a country.
Yeah, so you don't drag me back to Usabidi. We get for sure commit, we get for sure seriousness. See, yes, we not just the push saying I will get the land, but the land is precious and value to it. The Guinean they invest in the place, right? Then they protect them people there. Then they make sure say they get good health facility. They don't put something they follow the people. Then they do their own part a more developed than we own part. That's from a general perspective, right? So if at all we self one push for with people that we give the assurance it go be it not go be now, but definitely that land it go be we own. Now for begin the show. Begin to do investments and they begin to care for people. Not to after 2 months or 6 months when they say something go up or go to a 4-5 bag rest. Right? We go for the care go loans, we go for to do things there for the people and even they are in a fatter line. Right? The flagship program of the government agriculture. Try for see how best we go do large scale farming under. Little people then go to know see it's not all about for go talk no more say young and we but we they do things for people there. Let them be secured. Let them know say then they na the heart of the government.
All right. So quick one, Ishmael. Now, Yenga, I'm sure for don't serve as a lesson now to we bordered other side and again other districts them bordered around Kono and the likes so other countries them, and we don't hear you 1 or 2 people and they say we're only talking about Yenga, but you go other side right now where people are invading and they kind of small, but because you're not common at door. We know again that's kind of light hole for game. So at this point, for think say these people should step up their game in sense for ensure say those other places they look into do the necessary things, will not get a similar case like this one.
Of course, if that be the case, we get institutions that will be responsible. We get police, we get the soldier man them, we get the Office of National Security, the police, of course, the vice president signing at the head of the police council, the soldier and the president at the head, commander-in-chief, the ONS, we get the ONS coordinator. We therefore really make sure say security-wise, Sierra Leone for always up there. Of course, I don't say that they do their own best, but of course, security, you see the Americans, you see the other countries there, and they spend a lot for security. If you can also, you check the annual budget for the Ministry of Defense, you go laugh. We always prioritize security. Almost they give police for the year. Almost they give the soldier money for the year. That money they for in fact, they for give them money pass all the other sectors. Then for me, because security now they make your country very strong. Border security, no problem. Because we see people in the car inside salon like how they want. Come out, go how they want. The border security we really need for strengthening them. All the border there. All because somebody tell me say we get almost over 100 routes for Kansai salon.
For Kansai salon.
So we really need for step up, as you say. And this younger issue going back to that, the people that really they suffer. I've been there. I don't see how things they unfold in that particular jurisdiction there. So the Tiwi government what they do, or make sure say has done say projects, get a project for that area there. But as something happen, I need to go there.
But if government don't go give them lights, then Guineans then go pull and they. That's come up from the chief.
Now make you say then for step up, go 7 steps further. Do engagements because not tell me say you and the Guinean government on malice. On no malice, we get ambassador there. So why we embassy there? Waiting at the hold for make sure say then thing they not happen. They have their countrymen there. Then for make sure say they don't suffer from other people. Mind you, some of them things how they happen. So if you say some maybe the Guinean government not even know safe. People then just they do things maybe because they get power past the others or because because you get people away weaponless, they don't get weapon, then soldier man then come from other side. So we say for step up, get we own military people in there. Not not of a go fet, as I say, it can be diplomatic, but we own people, we own presence for the day. They make, of course, we own Sierra Leoneans, them, you know, they at the can say we get people who they protect we. So plenty things they for do na salon. This younger issue na till on the pan. Government need for really do something for make sure say the nipan are the best.
You say plenty incident they for Duna Salon, younger na one. I think another one they become a bit trending. Well, everybody gets interpretation, however. So look at this one on the screen, gentlemen. We say this come from Kokoryoko SL. Say LGBT population hits 95,000 in 2025, and last set was about 33,000. We didn't been get. And I mean, how much this is a concern?
Let me not read, I don't read them.
But from a general perspective,
I don't know do the research, whether it's a reputable firm or a reputable institution. But generally, for talk on Nande, firstly, religiously.
So just 1 minute, please. Excuse me. Let's just go back 2 years ago. At on the hill with some imam them, they say this thing is getting out of hand. We need for step up with game. Let's just give you memory shock again. Let's go back.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. My brother na omo business they want do that on the hill. We not agree with the mobilize. Anybody want a Muslim, these are fake for we. We not agree them man to man get any business in this country na this on the hill. If you let them go do all that.
Open the plancards, Allah open the cards saying.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
So Ishmael, that's it. Then just 2 years ago, that's on that and the imam then say, oh no, this thing is getting out of hand, low step up. And now we're here in 2025, that they tell we say we did almost reached 10,000.
The pastor and the imam then will tell you about Sodom and Gomorrah, that's what they call them.
Inside the Bible.
Because of them thing and then be overturned the heart, or then to nobody the gun. Yes, because God not be happy with that kind of thing that will happen. Well, religiously, nice. But if you look at it from the human rights point of view, they get right to belong to society, they get right to do it in a one do. So you get different perspective to this. But if they on the rise, like not a good example for we picking them morally as well, because we all know say a bad thing. Okay. But human rights will tell you say it is their right. So I don't see anything like human rights. I don't know if Human Rights Commission will ever come and defend them or protect them, or human rights defenders they don't come for protect them. But the pardon not happy with it in the happen. But I mean the pardon, they imam them and then pastor
the religious people.
Yes, and if this thing continue, of course, then will continue for protest, because Sierra Leone is a religious country.
Yeah.
They're not only like them secular country. Them if you go China, you go America, anything they happen, it's normal. But you get certain society with certain things that they happen. Of course, it raise some kind of thing where go cause chaos or confusion. So for me, if it didn't increase, like cause for alarm, but I tell you back, say the human rights defenders them or human rights generally will tell you say are they right.
I want to talk about human rights, Dan. Notwithstanding, I read an article this morning. We say, notwithstanding the fact, say Salono put on categorically clear, say when a law will do you XYZ. By the way, let's just put on it quickly. We see inside Burkina Faso about 3 days ago, the 10 for criminalize them. And we see countries around Africa, safe than they do, and I think you get about 2 to 5 years imprisonment if you actually involve into activities of such. So when we talk about human rights, you feel like we society ready for accept this thing that is happening altogether?
Well, we go to call culture. The simple definition of culture, my way of life, right? Thing can be acceptable on one side, another side they frown at them entirely and totally, right? The female genital mutilation, for example, in Africa, it's fine, right? Now we then go teach picking out for this, out for that, blah blah blah. But now the Western world, no matter how you preach, they no go allow. So if now human right, but person get right for do whatever he get for do. So the LGBTQ in a general concept, it dey against the Africa way of life. Not we culture. I hope you understand. Not we own culture that na Africa. Don't forget about Salon, the whole of Africa. Not we culture that day. So if you observe, people can only engage in the hiding. Whenever they send for candle and publicly, always there will be issue. I hope you understand. So some of them research there, some not can be credible. Some na a strategy for push the idea of LGBTQ. Like we don't spark 95,000. It's everywhere. Wow, the homo they don't boko, the lesbian they don't boko. Now way back for the sensitize the people then say, well, we did somewhere they watch for protect tuna. It dey against the culture. You know, they now we deal in Africa, homo business. Yes, you get some people we fond of we engage in them. But if you do something, you know say that they frown at. Yeah, you do one you corner. But for come na the public and for the people that embrace them, for begin see carnival, outside gay and lesbian, they against the culture. So I don't think say nothing than the way. Don't forget about the religious aspect. The religious aspect now just one part, Landy. The culture of we Africans, homo business not the lesbianism not the part we own culture. So probably, if we don't take for example the Pademba road, right? For some people unfortunate we don't go there. The right hand day, is it sodomly now the English word for that crime day, where they get same sex with the individual? They're not the accepting day. You inmate self then cage you pass such act, you will be punished.
All right,
even inside a prison.
Will you bring this reference? Not too long ago, a video went viral, just a social thing. You know, when you do on Facebook, you see some of this video, and the caption where the person puts, I think they're stored or so, where the woman, they actually beating company woman, and the person caption it saying, "If na be man, so be the doam. If I don't pose different thing, but when a woman, everybody kept quiet about it." So notwithstanding the fact you mentioned something, say people are doing it in the hiding, and you mentioned about human rights, some people their body nagaralapa right now because they engage in these things, but they don't come out. Notwithstanding the fact that they don't infringe on their rights them, but because of their lifestyle, they decide to keep quiet.
Yeah, definitely. Some in the interest of peace, because you guys, there's a way in a home, if you do like how the Romans they do, right? Arab country, you dey per 2-3 boyfriend, 2-3 guys. When you go there, you know say I for stop, I for refrain from dandy. Like we see the issue of the last World Cup. Alcohol, they don't want dandy. So some country can go there and ship outside in the park, or they hiding out in the do one. But you know, come na public and all, I don't expect all man for clap for saying that you right. Laws na ain't govern we, right? Any side laws they get for. Try for abide to the law within at the time when you
for now, Salonia Ishmael, there's no, you're a legal person, right? Maybe you will help us with that. There's no somewhere specifically state say it is prohibited. However, we just embark on we culture, we tradition, and we religion. But isn't that so? We say we don't criminalize and like other countries they do like of Burkina Faso and the likes.
Well, I don't know of any law. Well, I don't know if it is inside the Offences Against the Persons Act 1861. I go try for research on that day, but I don't think say something they will criminalize as at now. I go research, but I'm not sure. For me, as I mentioned earlier, everybody gets a choice. We want for, but as I tell you back, morally wrong, religiously wrong, and we think God say no fine, no fine. But the human rights point of view, they advocates for them. But as Dan say, we culture don't call for this.
No buy them.
No buy them. I mentioned secular countries, then can do them, then they encourage them, and it's just normal in other countries. Yeah. They see them all over. They get the rights, they encourage them. They just live normal life. Yeah, then they hide because of stigma and all that thing, and you go on side and say they beat them. You know, then they physically now in public, then go handle them or manhandle them. See, so now a really difficult situation where government set for kind side and try to make sure say they do something.
Yes, because I was coming that if we set off for take up the lead. Imagine we had about 33,000 and now we go 95, closer to 10,000, 100,000. The number they increase and talk about the future generation. If we instill this now, which means waiting Bikin can see, obviously not get for can copy. So all of these things at this point we want for know, waiting for be the center now, waiting for focus on, for ensure say, well, since it in line with your culture and all. They don't mix up somewhere.
Well, like how I see, right? Even with human rights, we get limitation. Now, my right for move for go sour and go, but when
people's.
So thank you. Not only inside people's, we get limitation. So I believe say kudos to Traoré of Burkina Faso for that laudable venture the way it takes so. I believe say as country, though we not get informed research yet, because this, we are yet to know who is behind the research. Like I say, it can be strategy, but
yes, or maybe they're advocating it.
Yeah, it can be strategy. Now, as a form of advocacy, 20,000 black for this. So if you're not person, you get up now, say we number don't the number don't the book. So there is hope. There is hope. Say one day we self go say well, today we rally from PZ to something like that. It dey against the culture, right? And I don't believe say no government in the right senses go tell you say human rights people for live with and if they attempt at some point in time, it don't no come with the issue of safe abortion bill, right? We be see the massive rejection where you be get the religious council, etc. Though the preaching then come with ideas, then this, but in no day now we culture. Yes, people are still engaging them. You know, we say because them people are not still engaging them. But whenever you want to make an now mandatory or that this country now so you for they do, you go always they get the people they hurt because not a way of life than it, not a culture than it. So homo business, lesbian business, well, the hiding because personal go inside you so I say, yeah, this company I don't say man, the hiding, but for calm, the likes of the marriage like oh, so now the Thunder Hill. When you see the people that come out, that means to say that they do it openly, right? Even now, say when you go self now the club them, it very disgust. You will see what I will say. Everybody man when you open back, they waiting the dance now. No, come on, you know, it's very trendy. So, but like I will say, we all in the country for waiting guide yourself. So. More advocacy needs to be done. You know, for the tired because then they fight. Who say for the fight? The Bondo business. No matter how the gospel truth where you preach, you know, go ever hear about in California or then they say they don't adopt her. No matter how you preach, no matter what you take for can preach. So we too get for stand against some of them things. Now human right to find practice and knock out and
Ishmael, what you want for left with it?
Well. I just want to see this thing government really need for stepping and make sure say they do something about them because the idea is so open. Somebody can do them violating rights, somebody can do them they praise them some side they only do them, you know, and really we didn't catch 22 situation we something need to be done. Well, Dan, you know, uptightly condemn and say, you know, for dinner, well, the human rights people will say, no, Dan, you are wrong, you don't for talk this. But of course, the man gets your own view, getting your opinion for me. For me, I don't want standing for happen because like very bad example for the goons, the one that when they come up, picking when they go up. And a bad example for society, as Dan say, we don't reiterate and also severally, you know, good for we culture, you know, good for we religiously, and of course, going back to history, religious history, God be known destroy people and because of the panenka in the so human rights people then they under for defend them because they say not the right, well and good, but society. Really they frown. Sierra Leone society, religious countries, and they frown at anything in there. So basically, let government see how they will come in. We get Ministry of Social Welfare, where they in charge of anything in there, so they can able to do something about that.
All right, okay, done.
Yeah, so like how they say, don't forget about the relationship aspect. Look at especially the gays, right? So get people who want to go to school, I don't go name names, will be engaged in such acts. But some couldn't die. I hope you understand. Anything, they get sexual transmitted disease by working way bad past how it can happen to with opposite gender. We don't see situation of dandy. Where somebody will go to school, make a phone, say, come out of hand, come up and say, well, this is not going to so now, we see. But who die along the way? What do you man right activity and go talk concerning dandy? So you see, me, I still maintain within our earlier state say, homo, lesbian, as we call them locally, in other culture, not only cigarette in Africa, not only the Africa way of life dandy. I hope you understand. Now because all in culture, sometimes the way they do things now in our house and how they do in our house, now two different things. So for being the safer part, if on our house, on our get this slow, I definitely get for abide by. What can I use? Then I'm free for do whatever I want for do. So the Western world, now their own culture and they can say parade city, then they all over the street. They can get some jobs where they tied to Randy. And interestingly, when someone seek asylum, the thing they make, they approve you in a twinkle of an eye. Now we see, I belong to this group, I feel threatened back home. Quick, then everything. They don't give a little place. Which means they believe in dandy. They like dandy, now they way of life dandy. So you free for practice and that. There are when I somebody make bad choice, can influence we own unborn generation and can make we country very chaotic. So human rights activity for the look at both sides. Right? They go look at elsewise back.
Okay.
Boku secret, boku people then they would all along the way. Who did they go school?
All right.
So you see, so no getting rethink and government for step up. The Burkina Faso approach, I think Sudan will be very safe for one of this country.
He's Bobo Dan Kamara, a journalist, and Ishmael Saidu Kanu, a legal practitioner and also a journalist. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Now, the shoes them wear some of the way, it starts somewhere, mostly not from leather. Even the bags, the belts, so many things that they put on. All the process from day one to side the end, Masanyanga gets that for us in the business news.
Afternoon viewers, as always, business news, we can go out, talk to people where they do business. They want them where they sell different things them for make we know how then they go about for do them business, waiting at them profit, how then they make them business, how then they sell, how profits they, how that's some of the struggles them where then they go through for do them business. At the railway line, I can walk out to somebody where they do karanke, halfback, sandal and other things them as usual. How they do in business, how they go about them, how they make them, and set how sales for them. Like I tell you, I can walk on a railway line to a very hard-working one. Where don't they deal with karanke business? They don't work on karanke business, they make halfback, they make sandal, but they go introduce himself to you and how far they don't they do in business and certain challenges them where they don't they go to. Yes sir, good afternoon. You tell people where they watch you.
Bena Ibrahim Ismail Silla, where they talk to now, where they introduce business here, where I inherit this business here from me on that. We are small, I do this business. For the past 30 years, I did introduce business. I thank God for that. Where some people like to look at business, they set one kind way say, now any drop out somebody in job or now any kind of work. No, it not be so. If you take this worker as any kind of work, maybe if you look to the medical doctor where they play with some, let me not go that side. I just example I want. But like me highly proud of this work here. I did into this work here, I did done as for the young people, like the elderly people, the all young footwear I did one. I do slippers, sandal, and even shoe. Up to boots, I do boots, I do off. With both local and international material. Where now would they get material from Italy, would they get from Ghana, Nigeria. We not normally go there, but like we get friends them. Like they with Nigerian border, they working where in town. Like some business people who they partner with, where they go like China, where they give them money, they put together. Because like the business don't grow, up to a union level. We get union for this particular field where they exist in present.
Okay, you say you don't do into this business for 30 years. Tell family where they watch you presently. 30 years, what are your experience? What you able to do? What you able to achieve within these 30 years? And how you don't able for implement them?
Yeah, my achievement is so great because like I don't impact this knowledge to so many youth people where themselves and they into their own business now. They do them according to them. Like then they really appreciate because for a long time where some NGO themselves they give me some young people then like a correctional center where can release some of them young people then where we get a branch day. Wow, some of the them where they into this particular field where they left them young people and they send them to we self they can see how to develop them and you self where they out here yonder where maybe you will see and fit say you let this work here, if one can be part of this work here, you're welcome. But no more, I will let forget somebody where he don't do at least in Beckett. But I will appreciate somebody where don't do in we don't sit was up to college level. Because like this work here, now feel way a broad. People in the look low upon this particular work here, but not to say it big. Me, I'm lucky for get them from me daddy, but like now work way not easy for let you do without mathematics or without pen and paper. So for somebody who later get them, it will make them, you find them easy for doing this particular work here, it will benefit you. Of course, the benefit is, a plenty what I don't achieve from this particular work here. I'm not going to explain all, but like, as I say, it's plenty, I don't benefit a lot.
Okay, so you go take me through your products and where you don't they make and
these are some of the products then, as I told you earlier, I get the wire for both big people and small people, like man and woman. And they make them, they make sandals, they make shoe and slippers as well. As soon as they see the wire as well. All these are handmade, where they not get card at all. Now leather to rubber. Very strong, durable, where you will enjoy them if you get them. So I will ask you for later get to you, can grab you. Me, for me your experience, I don't remember say the white man slippers when I leather, I don't ever buy them. And Mr. said they make them, they call it from when my papa stuff for make for me. He said come in and go for leg up till now they don't even shoot them moccasin and they make them for me sir. And me say I still they make them for me picking them, they continue with that. So like as soon as see now some of them here we they do.
Okay, you talk about
bag, and they do belts, and they do wallets, and they do cap, different design them. And they work with that cloth like that cotton material, leather. Different leather, we get synthetic leather, we get genuine leather. So all this will make them for it come to.
You talk about empowerment, say you don't empower young people, you don't train young people them. Now we can look at how far or how best you don't do for empower young people in this society, because as you see we get plenty young bobo them and young titi them out there where they do different things them, or just they go bad, or they take different bad drugs them just because they feel say work on the law. We see how best they will for empower some of them one and they let themselves able for come on the street and self use the and like how you don't use your own.
Actually, challenges and did it. Because so many challenges like a financial challenge, like where the young person if they don't train, for they are not able. Are not able to make up for getting some material. Then some of them can be. That just that way. And I not go on hold long with to somebody for a long time. I go on for the way I don't train you. You say go open your business. So like you way they watch me now. Maybe you get upper hand. You can come in, so they give you support for like help we forget machine and more material, or for give more encouragement to the young people. We will appreciate that. We will like that. So then they make them go far. For they just learn the work, not get starting. Now some of the challenge when Mr. said the face. So I ask you where they see me now, you they watch me now. Users can come in, be part of the business by giving you support. We will make youth man them. As we sister just say, of course we get plenty where they can't do this work here, but at the end then they go back in the street. More like where we don't get this push, the different type of drugs where your youth man they take. Where some of them come on a very good home, we can train them well, but like at the end they're not in results better. So we get these challenges there. So Now that.
Whose message you go on for send to family where they listen to you or where they watch you presently?
You where they watch me presently, I dey ask you kindly. For you just dey bra me bobo dey uncle and not eat this morning. You as youth folk, you are youth man, whether man or woman, try find something good, learn something. If you learn something, it will empower you. If you learn something, it will benefit you in the future. So now this advice I get for the viewers.
Plenty thank you to we own Mr. Ibrahim Ishmael Sila. Well, you don't hear you waiting, you don't say. You don't take me through a journey of in business, how it starts, he inherited from his papa, and said to Musa, he don't reach day like today. And all the youths them where he don't able for empower. The same way so talk about in challenges them where he don't they go to. Like I said earlier on, today we can number 2 old railway line Brookfields. For can talk to Mr. Ibrahim, where don't they deal with Karanke business for about 30 years and more now. And he don't tell me not that he not go school, but because he inherited from his papa, he decide for use them as in your business and empower and employ himself and self they empower other young people them. Waiting you they wait for as young person. Not wait for let somebody push you, not wait let person can give you. Empower yourself, push yourself, and make sure say you will be somebody in the future. And it will make Mama Salon proud as young person. Reporting for Slick TV, my name is Masa Nyanga. Today we will come with another edition of Business News as a tata.
Thank you very much, Masa. And from Business News, they'll take entertainment with Big Daddy. He's always there looking so good and fine. He looks good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Anyways, good afternoon to the viewers. Of course, welcome to the Slick Television, Channel 37, the news hour, of course, with me here. And on your screen this afternoon is Scale, of course, the most trended man. I go say the man with the money, because recently a song was featured in one of Adidas the adverts. All thanks to Lamine Yamal, of course, the 17 years old player. Of course, we don't change the young man in life. But let's talk about a new release. Yes, so the song Mental, they out now on all platform, and all thanks to Face. Remember Face, you know, the Nigerian artist will be first sing the song, so a given the privilege for let's sample the song, and in the tribute it tell thank you to the man. But let's go into Mental, and we'll be right back. Let's enjoy it.
Ogini kilo shele gong gong. I got a lot of paper chilling in my shantan. A lot of women with the wait for me for London. Give me the gong gong. Cause any standard living. Got that girls way too sexy for TV. Ask around they go play you my CD. I'm the world best kept that shitty. If they made the music do aproko. Why you wanna come and stay my polo? Now every day mongo. Come on baby, none of them polo show,
All right, that was the Big Brother Scales with Mental. It's out now. Yusuf can go and check that out. And moving away from Face, now let's talk about Young Talk. So Young Talk be recently the prison, and you know like way man go call you no more, ask you about certain things, and you just be the talk. So the lady where you see picture with Young Talk was called a name na Gorilla, and of course Young Talk be say awful things about him, how he ugly in war and everything. So he come out now for apology apologize and he talk him clearly say he no kilek for say anything bad. At that time he be down and he be frustrated. So anything whatsoever become out from and it don't mean anything. So he publicly do apologize, and I just hope say Lady Rila will able to accept an apology. And moving away from Young Talk, and of course let's talk about my guy. So Judah is with a new blessing song, and of course this one is a "Now You Own Me" live. Woo! And this is sweet. So officially this song is supposed to be dropping today, so we'll be expecting that, but I'll bring you the teaser. First, let's enjoy the teaser, then I'll come back and tell you small thing about what happened. You don't need anybody for confuse you say this not to international standard at all, because these guys are going extra. Looking at the production and everything, they will tell you say we are moving to another dimension when it comes to gospel singing, and all thanks to Judah and others. We don't put so much work, and Minister Salman Sef did a great job there. Look at that voice, that tenor, Anyway, I was blessed.
Baby Daddy, take off the production. I think the message, it was so big.
Jesus hold me life.
Imagine Jesus hold your life. Tell somebody say if you don't die. Imagine all of those things. If God not for being come to you rescue. Those things put together. I think it sent a very, very big message there. And looking at the situational reality about things where they unfold, especially amongst us, the young people now. It's really time for we turn to God, praise Him.
Definitely.
I'm sure this is going to be lovely, because I'm already in love with it.
I'm telling you, and we're waiting. Yes. And today you go out on all digital. So let's wait out and let's see, But moving away from Minister Judah, now let's talk about Rose and Akman. When we talk about lyrics and way, me and you, Tena will be found in a dictionary, definitely. And this particular word, Bandawa. Now, they are asking waiting really. Even the guy who sing the music, they ask waiting at the Bandawa. He said, no. But anyway, Rose and Akman, of course, don't release this. It's on YouTube now. So let's go and let's check out Bandawa and let's know what exactly is the message behind this one.
Anytime I need you, I go fall down for you, baby. Anytime you need me, you can lean on me, baby. Anytime you need a shoulder, I go lay down by you, baby. Anytime I need a sofa,
one for you, can't come sweetie love like a mampama. No say I get the manpower, with the flop inside like a bandawa. All for you, can't come sweetie love like a mampama. No say I get the manpower, with the flop inside like a bandawa.
Now for care for me, are you want to make a kia for you? Now you did one for me. Now so me safe could it one for you. Smile for me. Are you want to make a smile for you? Now are you tell?
So I guess by now you self go to wonder which one, which in a Bandawa? Is it that say na comfort? Because with what we're hearing from Rose, maybe she's talking about comfort, because lean on me, where you need that pillar. But anyway, let's move on. And of course, moving away from Bandawa with Rose and Akman now, he is the most trended artist right now. Yes, so he goes by the name Jemmy. And Jamie, of course, just released one of the biggest, Afrobeat song. And when you check YouTube now, I mean, the song don't accumulate more than 2.3, well, they go to 3,000 views and more. And of course, the song title, Salon Titi. Bro, when I listened to the song, I was like, wow. You see, Salon, we get talent, seriously. But anyway, let's not talk too much. Let no be like saying I'm singing the song. Let's get into it, and when we come back.
Now the reason I didn't sing this song, baby, just forget to you. Be the other of my girl all day, I didn't think about you. I didn't think about you. I won't forgive you, good loving. I'm not perfect, cause you go see this. Girl, I don't come for deceive. True love, you go receive it. You let me. This love not go walk if you don't see. Not only me know how I feel. I show you the signs, but you know I see. Don't stay time me head, the girl of my dreams. Say me baby, can you hear me? I know they show for me one day, I don't see. Baby, can you hear me? I know they show for me one day, I don't see.
And the name is Jamie. So Yusuf can go on YouTube now and let's get the full song. Of course, support Sierra Leonean artists. They are doing well. Of course, that Salon Titi by Jamie is out now. And of course, moving away from Jamie. Now, yes, so first in history, as Epic Radio bring you all this corner. Yes, so of course, this is my favorite. So this corner will coming up this year. And we just there about weeks now, for get into it. But don't forget say the tickets are out. I see people they reach out and say, hey, how I will get the ticket? Well, of course, for you sabi me, you know how to forget me. And for you, we know Slick TV, you can come there now and ask for me. Make them very clear, ask for me. So I will give you the ticket personally, I want to see you, you want to see me. So the date's now Saturday, October 11, and of course now FSSG Hall, now they will take now for just 100 million no more. Yes. With so much thing we get in store for now. You see, some of the updates they will not want for you now. But when you come, definitely you will know exactly. So once you follow you dress up as your best artists, all these artists, just dress up. The finest way you think say you can look that day and come and celebrate with Epic Radio. All this corner. Wait till we get for now. You're not gonna know. But anyway, just after all this corner, we want to bring back, the sensation. You see, this last year was tip of the iceberg. And this year, we want to give you package where you never see it. So as we start 12 p.m. in the afternoon, because we want you to bring the entire family, let them come, let them enjoy, let them get the full time, because the place can be so much conducive. Food and drinks, everything there. Let the pikin and swim, then get a good time. Then you can take them home in the evening hours. Then we're ready for the mommies and daddies. November 8th, 2025, and the place na Paradise. Yes, we take on heaven straight up. So Paradise City, Aberdeen Beach Road, na the place, and the price now only you. That's so. So we know, yeah, seriously. So let's be ready. November 8th, Epic Fiesta is coming back for you and me. Don't be late. And of course, you see, this 9 say take all thing. So freely, you get people who just want for let you as an entertainer be blessed. You see, how most people don't be blessed. Hawa Fefegula, of course, you don't married now, so Hawa Fefegula herself don't get, and we get Lolo Simeon, then you go be the next person. What do you wait for? All you need, just buy the form for $65. And the money now, 1.5 million old loan and 1,500 new loan. And the place, just go now at King's Empire, 81 Levelman Beach Road, Godrich, and get them. Guess what you stand for win this year? Now, 3-bedroom duplex house, a car, and a sum of $10,000. So, what more can you ask for as an entertainer? You need for be all enough there. You go point say, this now waiting me entertainment give me. These guys, this not just free bonus. Inside, let's say 18 weeks, and you don't get all of this to your name. So, go out now and get the form. Now, you make them still extend this time, say up to this hour. Therefore, don't close by now. Now, you don't do it for. So, don't be late. And finally, here this afternoon, it's a sad one because the young man you see on the screen, you know, we heard about a demise today. And of course, me personally, of course, my brother, we've met in the studio because I'm a lover of music. But I can tell you, say, when it comes to movie, he do movie. He's a movie maker. You go ask him, he go tell you, say, I love movie past music. And the name now, Jamil Cissé, and of course we lost him, you know, to the cold hand of death, of course. So recently he gets a new film with a taxi, of course, it did on YouTube. He always go say, bro, have you watched my film? And of course, maybe sometimes you go to watch the film and you don't know, say, nah, the brother we will talk about. So this is the movie Taxi. Of course, I know you don't bump into maybe sometimes you go fix in Nigeria, no, nah, it's Sierra Leone, and the brother we just lost so. And we still continue for tell the family Osh, and I mean, we let come on, but God let come pass. It really hard at this time because with all of the struggle, after all the suffering, sometimes we can ask, what really are we struggling for? At the end of the day, let me just sit down no more and wait for the time we will die. But at the same time, you go suffer pass. But yet still, after all the struggle, then we still pass on. You know, easy. But we will continue for tell the family, Osh, God, now get time. And like we all get for go one day. The only thing is we don't know when, where, and how. Anyway, this now will get for you inside the entertainment box this afternoon here. I won't cry, but they are not cry, my man. Well, Rabbi.
It is well, Osh. Thank you very much, Big Daddy. You know, easy, it's heavy on all of us, but that's life. That's just the reality. And now, most times when people are sick, people can just focus on taking the medicine. But some people, now the medicine and prayer. So when I been do some buying a health tip, they tell me the benefits of prayer for your body one.
And welcome to today's health tips. You know for say, you prayer life gets connection to your well-being. Prayer life not just good for your spirit, it also dey benefit your body and your mind. Research don't show say, people where they pray regularly, they enjoy less stress, better sleep, and strong emotional health. Tip 1, it go reduce stress. When you dey pray, you dey release worries and hand over burdens to Papa God. This they calm your mind and lower your blood pressure. Tip 2, it go boost mental health. Prayer they give you hope and positive outlook, wey can fight depression and anxiety. Tip 3, it dey strengthen discipline. Regular prayer time they help you for build routine and self-control, wey go also benefit other areas them of your life like your exercise and your healthy eating. Tip 4, community and support. For pray with other people and can give you sense of belonging, reduce loneliness, and even improve emotional well-being. So members say, you for keep prayer as part of your daily routine, whether na morning, evening, or anytime you feel stress. Prayer life na medicine for both your body and your soul.
Team Abdi. Cancel. Not to you call me, let me bomb.
So say na you boss standing. What you do it for? Undress me.
Okay, you all bite. Somebody put 150. The bite condition, you want to see the baby in pant.
So who that you go listen to? You mama or you best buddy? Love. Marriage.
And this is the surprise. You know you always the left you in the house. You feel say you still about your love.
Cheating.
Listen to me, Idris. Listen to me. I'm at your office right now. And you're not in an office. You tell me say you don't go meeting. Rather than woman you dey sign to carry.
Romance. And love.
This is the mistake. Next time, clean it up.
Hey, I don't want to let you.
And very soon, Pastor Salia go there with me for take us through the headline review. But let's take a health tip for tomorrow. Starting with the Sea Coach boat service, there's an early and bright departure at 5 a.m. Aska Airlines flight KP023 will depart from Banjul, making stops in Freetown at 8:05 a.m., Accra, and finally arriving in Lomé at 8:45 a.m. Next up at 8:30 a.m., Aska Airlines flight KP043 will take off from Freetown and head to Lomé, arriving at 9:10 a.m. In the afternoon at 1 p.m., Aska Airlines flight KP022 will depart Lomé, stopping Freetown at 4 p.m. and arriving in Banjul at 4:45 p.m. At 4:05 p.m., another Aska Airlines will leave Lomé and head to Accra and then to Freetown. Also in the afternoon at 4 p.m., Air Peace flight HC213/4 is scheduled to leave Dakar, arriving in Banjul at 6:55 p.m. and Freetown at 7:50 p.m. For those traveling overnight, at 9:30 p.m., Turkish Airlines flight TK533/4 will depart from Istanbul with a stop in Ouagadougou before arriving in Freetown at 1:10 a.m. and continuing back to Istanbul at 2:10 a.m. That's all we get for our travel updates. And now for headline review. Patrick is here. Welcome, Patrick.
Good afternoon, Rabi, and welcome to you. We're glad you could join us again for another headline review here at another Today Show. I'll kickstart definitely because schools reopen on Monday. That's according to the government schedule that every school, well, government schools precisely, should reopen on Monday, the 8th. Remember, Monday will be the 8th of September when our government mark for the commencement of the reopening. But there is a little bit of trouble to the ears for Sierra Leoneans about waiting to go on so far. If you see the newspapers today, some of them are already carrying that story about the precarious situation already ahead of this schools reopening, proposed school reopening. You see, for example, Independent Observer newspaper carrying at the bottom of the front page and say, as government SLTU reach agreements, schools to reopen on Monday. But here's the twist. Let's go to the SLTU press release where them put out on the 3rd, which was about 2 days ago. Here then say, see the 3rd of September, and say the Sierra Leone Teachers Union in consultation with its sub-associations, namely the Conference of Principals and all the other body them, then they remind government of the suspended strike notice where they issue on the 25th of November last year, where they relate to the issue of school fees subsidies. Remember last year in November, they been planned for strike because government not been pay third term school subsidies of the last academic year. So they been planned for go on a strike. So now they may remind government and then say, however, due to the continued prevalence of the issues with them be raised and the union not get any alternative but for suspend and strike action, then strike notice, and declare a strike action with effective immediately the day the school for reopen. Now, here is what them put forward. They say until these demands are met. These demands are met, then go lift the suspension. One of the demands to them put forward. They say payment of second and third term school fees subsidies for last school year and first term of this 2025-2026 academic year. Well, governments would on the hear from some quarters, they complain, say, money no day for do one or two things. I would wonder, I would imagine, who say government will go for cut here, put here, and make sure so that they happen with the demands where they don't put on a point one. Point two, they say government for ensure prompt payment of school fees, subsidies to at the commencement of the school year, every school term. So government will ensure that and they happen. So meaning if government will ensure that even if they suspend the strike action upon the reopening of schools, then they go back to another strike action if government not do that. Point three, they say government will rectify every non-payment, underpayment, and other anomalies, then the small issues we get for do with payment of school fees and school fees subsidies more or less to the schools, because the schools, they claim, say these are the monies they have been using more or less to run the operations of the schools, and then pay also some volunteers who are more or less teachers and those porters and office assistants. So that's what they're putting forward. Point 4 here is government to review the current amount paid per pupil as school fee subsidies to reflect the current economic and inflationary trend in the country for subsequent school terms. So more or less, the cost of living don't go up. That's salon. So the teacher, then they say now, government for review the money that they pay per each picking aid, now then school then they, for him to meet that cost of living where don't go up. So that's what they've put on point 4. Point 5 now, they say the status of schools approved by government without financial support. So we get a good number of schools. Some of them are mushroom schools. Mushrooms in the sense, not only in terms of the structure, but in terms of are they more or less providing what they're supposed to provide. So we get all of those across the country, in most parts of the country. So then say government for approve some of them school and they and provide the necessary support, not to just for approve them without the support, but for approve them with the support. And the last point we then put, then say for effective teaching and learning in the schools to enhance quality education, governments should with immediate effect resume the supply of teaching and learning materials that have not been provided for the last 3 years. Is that so? That the teaching and learning materials have not been provided for the last 3 years? Well, that's what the SLTU, the Sierra Leone Teachers Union, the umbrella body for teachers in the country, seeking the welfare of teachers across the country, are claiming. So these are more or less, they have all 9 points put together in this press release dated 3rd of September, which was released a couple of days ago. Then today is already 5th of September, 3 days to the reopening of schools, Rabi. This is going to be a very serious problem already ahead of what was the Julius Maada Bio SLPP-led administration in first term priority of free quality education.
As we still the question, I mean, someone also said nothing is not free of quality. Can't put free and quality together. The time alone gets you mixed feeling. But since the coming of this free quality, so much to unfold in the education sector. But it all boils down to the monitoring. Imagine teachers bringing this. In fact, then subsidy, they call it a Stone Age problem now. I don't say every now and then. And they were like, okay, the 10 way things were going our way, we're not going to get so much of a challenge. Now that way, government don't decide for step in, we're getting whole hell of a problem. And looking at the kind of investments, the kind of money within they put into education sector and the way things are turning out, it tells even the authorities, oh my God, for watching company. I mean, not like jump and meant to win a John yes. It's high time they step up the game. Oh my watch, say, let's correct the errors before things go south. Imagine it's just about 72 hours to the reopening of schools, and now teachers and they say we need to go no side. And when you look at, well, you see what them put out inside the letter, say you get for correlate also the money government they pay, because you cannot be paying me 1,500.
And the cost of living they go up.
Yes, and a bag of rice costs about 800 to 850 what are they use give us as money? And again, we watch the whole free education thing. It gets so much fun. For you go see teacher go selling this. If you not buy, then go beat you picking. You know, the thing is, the effect where the thing gets on the school picking them is bigger than we they see. Go to schools, ask these kids, what did they go through in a class? And some of them tell you, you don't go for one for sending you picking at some of these schools. On a very serious note, but again, the poverty again, adopt business, but you are forced to do certain things. Now you go see, where picking don't see 10 person, for example, you hear the Kumbara talk say, manage go this government school here, so you don't see I will not get for pay. On one hand, you're happy, but we go to the school, you face different things. And the teachers again, they're not glad. There was a lecturer who told us one day, he said, even then when they can wake in the morning, they get their mood. So when they come to class, they expect say if things are okay, then say so they can't pour.
Certainly.
So imagine teachers are complaining, they're not okay, they're
not
happy.
What you're not receiving.
How you expect them to go teach now, and then how they go give the quality education?
Yes, and say
that too.
Empty bag not eating up.
And yet we get statistics of the literacy rates in the country, and we keep on asking the questions. Some of we can read and write, but we don't understand those things.
Yes. Anyways, moving. That's how dicey the reopening of schools remain right now, and we just hope and pray fervently. Those some of who they pray, or continue for pray fervently, in the name of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and in Jesus' name. Amen. Monday is coming. We hope that issue is resolved on or before Monday, or not later than that week with school for reopening. Another education story now. You know, often when we come out now tertiary, or we come out school, especially with the left tertiary institutions, colleges, universities, a number of students don't know how to do resume, where they call CV and all that. So this is one thing an organization called Help the Young Generation, together with another group we then call Africa Solution, don't train university graduates for prepare resume writing and career development. This training will take place at the AfriCell American Corner inside Freetown. John Abdullah been there in that training day and for this report.
Fodi Mansari, the executive director for Help the Young organization, said they have learned a lot of things within classrooms, but one important skill that was lacking after graduation is the skill of putting together a good resume in helping young people acquire jobs.
As students and as graduates, we get to learn a lot of things within the four walls of our classrooms, but also there are certain things that are of importance, especially after graduation. One of the things that we find very important is the skill of putting together a very good resume, a very good CV to help young people, especially graduates, to be able to acquire jobs. So most young people lack the skills, and this is one of the most important skills as graduates we need to be able to get. And so as an organization, we thought it fit to provide a platform, to provide a training, a workshop, wherein we get to teach young people out there on the skills necessary to put together a very good and compelling resume for you to get the required job. Especially after graduation. After graduation, we go into the job market, and someone rightly said that the first job after graduation is the job of looking for a job. And so if you want to be able to get a very good job, you must be able to first of all put together a very good resume. But one thing we lack is the art of putting together a very good compelling CV. One thing we find very challenging is the art for us to be able to get the knowledge, the skills, the basic things to be able to put together a CV.
Mansari said, based on the outcome of the first edition, the training will be implemented yearly to empower students that are out of university.
This is the first edition, and based on the outcome of this edition, we want to be able to see how best we can be able to continue this effort yearly. Because every year we get new graduates. Every year we get new people out there in the job market seeking to get a job. So we want to be able to provide this platform yearly wherein we'll be able to empower students as they come out of universities and seeing how best we can be able to educate and empower ourselves.
Aisha Kamara, one of the beneficiaries of the training and student of IPAM, said it is her first time to be part of the training that is interactive. She noted that this training has empowered her in putting together a professional resume, how to face an interview panel, and improvements on her research skills.
Benefiting because I've never been in any type of this organization, and this is my first, and so far it has been entertaining for the students. We were able to interact and we have learned a lot. We were taught about how to write our resume, CVs, how to create a LinkedIn account, something like that, Google account and stuff, and we have learned how to go into interviews, professional interviewing. It's a lot of work, but again, we were given short things to write about things that we're going to do in 7 days. We have interacted about it, and I must say I will implement some of them, which is by researching about more online resources, about job interviews, doing research about the company before I enter in, and doing my to-do plan before or the next 5 years or before anything.
Learning to write an effective resume is crucial for hiring great people. Reporting for Slick TV, John M. Abdullah.
Okay, so let me go quickly to the energy sector. We know the problem with electricity in Afritong, where don't become kind of bone at road for plenty communities, where some they go days, weeks, months without electricity. Some, however, for the very first time, don't become connected. The truth is, good number of communities don't emerge, and then Afritong they expand. So the problem of electricity don't become too enormous. So quite recently, the discussion we done there on the floor, now how the US government don't plan for helps along with electricity. One, with the compact way we don't pass, we don't get approval of $480 million for do the transmission lines, way for help for enhanced lights from the power generation sites to we host them or various business centers. And there is another project, where more or less this now loan, the lend we money through a public-private partnership, then call them NANT, when I for generate electricity. So that NANT today more or less, it gets certain stages and critical processes and phases. Now, such stages and processes will be done start a couple of days ago, earlier this week, with Mohamed Baki Kamara. We go visit the very site, and let's continue that overview of that NANT project, where for help for generate additional power of electricity for supply to homes and business places.
And this is how that block looks without concrete. So this will be, in principle, exactly the same as we have there. But because the field, the venue is in the slope, this looks deeper, but they're exactly the same height. And of course that needs to be, so everything is leveled. And that's what we do here. So that's going to be boiler number 2. There comes generator number 2, steam of gas turbine. You see, they're measuring everything up to the millimeter, just to make sure that this everything is correct.
Go like that. Easy, right.
So we have come to the last part of our project. So if we see over here, there will come the STG building. That's going to be a building that contains the steam turbine and the steam generator and gearbox. And a sort of a workshop especially for the turbine, because they need quite some maintenance to be reliable. And after that, where you can see all those fences, there comes our ACC, so that a very big condenser. It's the same as I told you in your car, so that's going to be a big one. It's air cooled. But if you look on top of that, you can see that there's an overhead line. So, and that is basically blocking our way. So we're going to remove that one. But to do that seamlessly, we will put here an underground cable. And the underground cable comes over there. So you can follow the line. So that one, there we go underground. So that's going to be the disconnected, the cables going further. That's going to get a special cable going underground, and we follow this line. To this one, and here we go up again, and we go continue the line. So this is the line going to Wellington, but that's not our line. In that corner over there comes the ETSA building, and we provide power to there, and therefore there goes an overhead line to over there, and there we're going to distribute again to Wellington and to Kleintown, but with our own masts. We're not going to use these ones. So that's in principle the works. As you can see here, may be interesting. As we have a lot of bedrock and big stones and rocks and everything, we need special machinery to break them, so we can take everything away, or else we could never build here. So normally, if you look outside, you see this barge from Car Power, who is doing actually the same thing now. but we will upgrade also our distribution lines to a much higher power, and we will take over the position of that ship due time, and then you have your own power station on land. If we are talking about CO2 levels, it is the most likely one of the cleanest fuels we have, but we still burn fuel, and that means we produce carbon dioxide. So it's of course a lot less than diesel engines, but that's the way you produce power. There's at this point of having reliable, steady power, this is what you have to do. Supplying electricity is one part. Distribution of electricity, that's a totally different story, and that is for ETSA. We don't do that. We generate and we supply to ETSA, and ETSA makes sure that it's distributed to all the users inside the city, and of course they have to also upgrade their equipment to make it more stable. So if you buy a very nice car but you have no roads to drive it on, you can't drive fast. Now that is the problem here. So it also requires input from ETSA. In Freetown, we have 4 major substations. We have Kleintown, Blackhall, Ripoti, and Wellington. So that's where we supply to. So they will have a steady supply of power. But after that, they supply to all the smaller distribution points. That goes to factories, that goes to schools, that goes to the university, that goes to shops, and finally also to your house. So, but that's all for ETSA. We just supply to ETSA, and ETSA distributes to their consumers.
So what you see on the screen, where the engineer will explain, the construction of the NAND facility at the east end of Freetown, where for help for generate additional electricity for the capital city. So once that is complete they estimate say that's for complete by 2027 latest. So if we give you like 108 megawatts, 108 megawatts additional electricity for power the western area. So then they add to the already other independent power producer opportunities we get for get electricity. So this now the work we see where the engineer will explain on site now, and that project had been commissioned sometimes last year by President Julius Maada Bio, where he go turn the sword for the construction work of this. So remember now loan, now lends with the money. The United States government lends with money. So they lend with money on one hand for do public-private partnership for develop new electricity generation facility, and on the other hand, then give you money free, $480 million, that Millennium MCC money.
Compact.
Yes, a compact, $480 million for do with transmission lines, for like renew the transmission lines or redo them. That work is still, the spade work is still being done, because then still then still about to set up the committee, the management committee for that money day, and the work will for start in harness. So this is the work that is going on about the electricity of Freetown, the capital of Salone. And this, all I can bring to you inside the Headlines Review.
At least for Friday. For hope we'll forget that. Thank you very much, Patrick. And this is heavy. On the screen is the gentleman we lost today. He's Ibrahim Jamil Cissé, a lawyer, and also he's into radio and TV presenting. He's a producer, a director, and they're also into movies, they act film, all of those things put together. And a shock we say, we actually lost this versatile, young, agile gentleman today to the cold hands of death. And I want for that Arabic way we can talk inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. And we want to say Osh to the bereaved family. I mean, Jamil is someone I could say he got this love and spirit. When you meet Jamil somewhere,
charismatic.
And even tell like you meet him for the very first time. It's like I don't know myself for ages. La put on the normal way person you understand. Jamil to be proud person. But today, the early hours, we got the call that we've lost a brother and a fine gentleman in radio and TV land, of course, and also a lawyer. And I made for understand, say he became a lawyer in 2023. So now new person inside the game. Imagine a young person.
Barely 2 years.
Yes, they pave you way. You know, you do your own thing, like you little corner, and death just come and just snatch you just like that. You know, this I can always say, life never tells you what comes next. You have to be ready for anything. We were not ready for this, Jamil, but other than we for question the Almighty.
The world is not our home, but Lord, where should we go? Rest on, Jamil. Rest well. May you rest in God's perfect bosom, and may He forgives all your sins.
Amen.
Amen.
Osh, we want to extend Osh to the bereaved family. It's sorry, in Mona, we know it at. But it is well, it is well, it is well. So, what me to say, the funeral service could be on Sunday. Sunday is the 7th, right? The 7th of September 2025. So, and if you want to go tell Osh, it's around Queen State Circular Road. I see number 2 or so, Queen State Circular Road. For go and tell Osh to the bereaved family. At Lobia. So that's it. We're closing on a sad note, but we have to go, however. And it's Friday. Just the reality about life. You get to go live your normal life. So man go in a market right now where they sell. And we just get to go because it's Friday, it's weekend. Have a lovely weekend, even though we're mourning, and with the mourn of the bereaved family. But you will watch me now. Have a lovely weekend. I am Rabiatu Mansari.